Hello, this is Jeff Risdon of Detroit Lions Podcast and Lions Wire, giving you a little bit of a practice recap from Friday, July 30th. It was my first day out of training camp. It was the third day that the Lions are going at it overall. Nice sunny morning, beautiful temperatures. Started off right at 8 o'clock. Dan Campbell says his press conference starts at 8 o'clock. He's there at 8 o'clock and ready to fire away and take questions, which is great. That's one of the many changes that we're seeing in Detroit. Let's go to on the field a little bit. I'm going to peek over here at my notes periodically, so don't get distracted by that. First thing that really caught my eye, I spent most of the day watching the defensive backs and the linebackers. The linemen, they're not in full pads yet. They're not in full contact yet. I don't get a lot of that out of the line play until they actually put the pads on and can whack one another. There was some line play going at it, but most of the time they were at 3/4 speed, so you don't really get a lot out of that. But the defensive backs, the first thing to note is that Mike Ford is out there with the number ones at the slot corner. And it's something that, that they signed Corn Elder this offseason, a guy with some fanfare, but Mike Ford is running with the ones, and he looks pretty good out there. He's confident, he's fast, and I think that's the number one thing that stands out about him. His play speed. Even when you're watching him with the other guys doing drills and everything, there's just a special bounce to him that the other guys just can't match. That flat speed that he can go with. Also, he did play some outside corner, but it's pretty clear that they want him to be the slot. And now Elder didn't get a great deal of reps. He was running with the twos. He looks okay. There's nothing wrong with him, but I just think that they're either Ford has won the job early on, or they're trying to make it happen, and I support that. It seems like something that's going to work pretty well. The first team safeties, and they only played two. Two safeties as your base defense, your split safeties. Will Harris and Tracy Walker. They both had decent days. Will Harris looks a little bit more confident than he has in the past. There were still a couple situations in the 5-on-7 passing drill where he was just a little bit late to react, but he's looking better. He's looking more confident. And Tracy Walker talked to us after practice today. One of the things that he talked about, he was asked about how different it is with the coaching staff and how Will Harris is coming along. And he talked up Will and said, you can see that he's playing a little bit more free, that he understands, I'm not going to get killed if I make a mistake now, and I'm going to try to do some things. Go off of his reads a little better, trust what he reads a little bit better, and not be so careful. He didn't say it exactly that way, but that was the definite intent of what he was saying. And that's very clear when you watch them at practice, that there's more of it. They worked for a long time on an undercut drill, where they're shuffling back, and then they try to undercut the receiver. It wasn't the actual receivers, by the way. It was just a drill where the other defensive backs are going at it. And after the first one, Harris did a really good job on it. The first one, he actually took a bad false step, but after that, he did pretty well on it. I'll bring up friend of the podcast, Jerry Jacobs, number 39 out there, running with the second team at the outside corner, and he looks like he belongs. And Walker said so after practice too. To be fair, Tracy praised everybody, but honestly, it didn't seem like it was out of place. I mean, the secondary looked really good today. Again, they're primarily doing just drills against themselves, but even when they went into the team period, they were covering very well. The receivers were not getting open by and large, and they were making plays. They were where they needed to be. Really good communication between us. So I'm very bullish on what the secondary can become, even going into today. And I think we saw today some affirmation that this is going to be a very improved unit. I don't know if they're going to be great, but they're certainly improved, and that should make Lions fans very happy. Amani Oruwariye was running opposite Jeff Okudah as the other number one outside corner. He had an up and down day. Not his best, not his worst. But one of the things that struck me was that Quentin Dunbar wasn't running with the twos. Jacobs was ahead of him. We will try to ask Coach Dan Campbell about that later, because Dunbar was with the threes primarily, and I don't know if that's punitive or if he's just not in shape or what's going on. He looks fine. There didn't seem to be anything wrong with him, so I don't really get what that's going on with. So I will try to make it a point to ask that, or find out what's going on with that anyways. We do have practice again tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, and we will be out there bright and early in Allen Park for that. Just a couple other things that caught my eye. They did third down install today, and again, the defense is well ahead of the offense here, and specifically the secondary is well ahead of the receiving core. There are a couple of nice plays made, it's just hard to get a gauge for it when they can't go full speed and full pads, because there were some run plays where it looked like it was well blocked. There was one run play where they were running sort of a counter move, and Trey Flowers literally just stood where he started, and the running back, it was Swift, ran right into him. He never moved, and the blocking just ran away, and it was like an easy TFL. So I got some things to clean up on that. Other guys who stood out today. One thing, CJ Moore was back. He was running on his own. He missed Thursday with a back spasm. He looked fine. He looks good. Coach Campbell said that it was just a muscle tweak from weightlifting the day before, and he's fine. He looked fine. Just a little bit more on Okudah, because this was something that we were talking about in the media throng that's there. There is a confidence to him. There is an energy to him that nobody saw last year. He looks healthy. He's bouncing around between reps. He's always talking to teammates, to coaches, always trying to get feedback, always giving feedback. And it's something that, when he came out of Ohio State, one of the things that was talked about him was how smart and mature of a football player he was. We didn't really see that last year. We've seen it in minicamp, and now we're seeing it again in training camp. This is a different Jeff Okudah. Does that mean he's going to be great this year? No, it doesn't. But all signs are pointing to a much, much better second season for Jeff Okudah from that. So I was very happy to see that. The only player that was out there working with trainers today was Austin Bryant. He is still on the, I want to say NFI list, maybe PUP list. I can't keep track with all of his injuries. He looks okay. He's wearing a giant black sleeve on his right leg. So that's really all you can see on it. I will say there were a couple of receivers that did stand out in things. Let's see here. Cephas made a great catch in dime package defense. He looked really good making a catch down the field. He sort of snatched it away, took it away from, who's the coverage? I can't even read my own writing, so forget that. I will say, I have to bring this up because I was very hard on Tim Boyle, the backup quarterback in minicamp. And he was just awful then. Much, much better today. You saw today why the Green Bay media might have been so excited about him, and why he got talked up. When he throws the deep ball, he can really get something behind it. I wonder if he was hurt or something in the minicamp, because he was like soft arm, like Kellen Moore-esque. I didn't see any of that today. He had a great throw down the field. And I believe it was Victor Bolden that made a very good catch in coverage over Okudah. And that was something that was very nice to see. So I'm feeling much better about Tim Boyle. We do have to say David Blau also looked pretty good. He can really rifle the ball in, especially on the short throws. And good luck to his wife, Melissa, tonight as she runs in the Olympics. That was something that was made a point of in both the Dan Campbell press conference, and then as everybody was walking off the field, the Lions had a nice little camera set up for all the players to wish her good luck, which was pretty cool and it was very well received. So that's what's going on with that. Please check out, that's about all we'll do today. Please check out, we do have our training camp party tomorrow night. I confirmed today with Dan Miller and Justin Rogers. They will both be there. Come on out. Jerry Jacobs is also going to be there. Number 39, you can come out and get your picture taken with him, get an autograph before he becomes a big star, because this guy's got it. There is something about that dude, man. I know we might be a little biased because he was a great guest on the podcast and he's doing all this with us. There's a football player there that looks like an NFL caliber player, and I'm rooting for him. I hope it comes on. So come on out. You can come out to buy tickets at the Detroit Lions podcast. Go to the party page. You can show up at the door at the Uptown Grill in Commerce Township. We will be there from 6:30 till whenever they make us leave. Festivities start usually around 7. If you're one of the early people, that's fine. We'll be there early, setting up, doing a live broadcast from it as well. And also stay tuned to Lions Wire, where we've got a lot of stuff coming, especially on the Bob Quinn news that he is now basically traded for John Dorsey as the Browns and Lions shift things around with former GMs. I will definitely have some more opinions on that. You will want to check those out. I will probably keep those to the written word at this point because the profanity would probably fly, and I don't like to work blue that much. Thanks, and go Lions.